Now, I've added a PHP snippet that will change the Howdy Kunal in the top right corner of the admin panel to Hey Kunal instead. So, isn't this a nice little touch? But this way, you will see how smoothly Code Snippets affects the backend too. Next, we'll move ahead and click on Create. And finally, watch this. When I return to the Code Snippets webpage, you can see the code effect in action. Alright, this one's a game changer. You know, sometimes you want to add a little custom code to your site, maybe a Google Analytics script, a bit of CSS to tweak the design, or even a PHP function to extend functionality. Now, usually this means that you have to do extra work like editing theme files or installing yet another plugin just for a small tweak. But here's a relief. With the Nexter's Code Snippet features, you can do it all right inside your dashboard, and that too with safety and smartly. Now, let me show you how it works. First, head over to Nexter settings in the side panel, and below it, click on Code Snippets. Now this will bring up the Code Snippets manager. To create a new one, click on Create New, and next you will see a simple form where you can set everything up. First, give your snippet a name, something like Google Analytics script or custom footer CSS. Let me tell you that this is just for your reference, so keep it clear and descriptive, especially if you will be adding more snippets later. Now, right beside that, you will find a toggle switch from where you can activate or deactivate the snippet. And the best part, you can turn it on or off anytime without having to delete anything, which is super handy if you're just testing or need to pause a snippet temporarily. Next up, from here, you can choose the type of snippet from the drop-down. You've got 4 options that are PHP, CSS, JavaScript, and HTML. This simply tells WordPress how to handle the code. Now, here's a quick rundown. Like for instance, if you want to add a code related to analytics tracking script, you're probably gonna use HTML or JavaScript. If you want to make style changes, definitely CSS. And if you're interested in making custom functionality change, you will pick PHP. And most frequently, creators who are majorly interested in making small CSS tweaks, so then without a doubt, you can go with CSS. Now, once you choose your snippet type, a code editor will be present right below to enter the snippet. Now, you just need to paste or write your code right into this editor box. Here, let me also inform you that if you're writing CSS or JavaScript, just drop the code in as it is. But if it's HTML, you can include full tags or scripts. Additionally, for PHP, you don't even need to add the PHP tag. Just paste the function and Nexter handles all of this for you without any hassle. Example, a CSS snippet would look something like this. Alright, it looks nice. Okay. Now, depending on your snippet type, Nexter also gives you option to decide where the code runs. With that said, it's time to break down how you can control where your code snippets run using the Nexter extension. Firstly, let me tell you that it's pretty straightforward and gives you a lot of flexibility. For PHP snippets, on selecting frontend, this means your PHP code will execute on the parts of your website that visitors see and interact with. Now, choosing this option runs your PHP in the WordPress admin area, affecting the dashboard and other administrative sections. And if you want your PHP code to run on both the public-facing site and the admin area, this is the option you should be going for. Now, this flexibility allows you to tailor where your PHP code impacts your site, ensuring it runs exactly where it's needed. Now, moving ahead to CSS and JavaScript snippets, by default they're gonna run on the front end only, because they directly influence the design and behavior that your visitors experience. JavaScripts are typically placed just before the closing of the body tag, the placement of which allows the main content of your page to load first. That can help with faster page rendering and better user experience. Whereas in CSS, your styles are added to the head section of your site's HTML, which ensures that the styles are applied as the page loads, so everything looks just right from the get-go. Okay, let me give you a bonus point that Nexter even has conditional loading. So, if you ever want a snippet to run only on certain pages, that is possible too. For now, we'll just let our CSS apply site-wide. Almost there, and before saving, there is a little section where you can add tags or notes. This is super helpful when you have multiple snippets. For example, in description, I'm adding creates a responsive footer layout with logo, text, and right-aligned social icons styled for clean presentation. Here, tag I'm gonna add as footer. And once you've filled in all the details just like me, simply go ahead and hit on create. Alright, coming back to the list view, you can see your snippet marked as active, and now it has successfully started working the right way. So now that we have got the code snippets clear, let me show you something cool in action. It's a simple little PHP tweak, nothing too fancy, but you will see how it works immediately. Here on entering, after renaming the snippet, make sure PHP is selected from this drop-down. Now, I've added a PHP snippet that will change the Howdy Kunal in the top right corner of the admin panel to Hey Kunal instead. So, isn't this a nice little touch? But this way, you will see how smoothly code snippets affects the backend too. Now, we'll move ahead and add a tag, say WP admin. And in the description I'll add here is this code will replace the howdy to hello in the WP backend. Next, we'll move ahead and click on create. And finally, watch this. When I return to the code snippets webpage, you can see the code effect in action. Now, moving ahead, let's discuss why this feature is so handy. And here's the real magic. You don't need to touch functions.php. No need for extra header or footer plugins. And lastly, no stress about breaking your site with the wrong code. Also, by chance, even if you mess something up, Nextdoor won't crash your site immediately. It simply disables the snippet and keeps your site safe. So, tell me, isn't that peace of mind right there? Especially if you're experimenting or just learning.